If you have a chance to read the Gospel of John, I invite you to do so. It's very inspiring, and it's a gospel that's difficult for some people because it occurred at a time, it was written at a time when there were many conflicts between the Hebrew, the Jewish community, and the emerging Christian religion. So there are many passages that can seem anti-Semitic over against the Jews, but I think that's not the deepest message of the Gospel of John. There's a lot of gold in that mountain. And one of the things to look for, I think, is the passages from John 14 to 17 and 18. In what's called Jesus' farewell address. He knows he's going to die, and he spends this time, very intimate time with his friends, and he tells them, all that I have is yours. God is greater than I, and yet when you see me, you see God. I give you all my joy. In a sense, he gives his friends his freedom, his insight, his wisdom into God, and he says to them, you will do even greater things. So we are meant to become this Christ identity, this Christ consciousness, if you will. And this is what St. Paul picks up on so beautifully when he says that we are created with the mind and the heart of Christ. And of course, the question for us is, how do we become that? I'm just an ordinary person, and I look up to God, I look up to Jesus, and I'll never be that perfect. So I'm chopped liver, you know. So we can give up when we have such high ideals that are projected outward onto someone else, even someone holy as Jesus. And this was not what Jesus desired for us. He desired for us to become like him. The incarnation is something to be shared through Christ, yes, but fully shared with us. And it's a step-by-step process. This requires a discipline of the mind and the heart, so that we bring everything into the presence of God. If we feel bitter towards someone, or we cannot forgive, or we cannot forgive ourselves and we're down on ourselves, or if we are attached to certain comforts or certain substances or certain ideas and opinions, these attachments can prevent us from achieving that Christ consciousness, if you will. So what let me use this word Christ consciousness, which is now being used more and more in the early 21st century. That what this means is that we allow our complete inner life to gradually become available to the presence of Christ. We bring our bitterness, we bring our guilt, we bring our low self-esteem, we bring our regrets, and let those regrets and those feelings that can bring us down, let them be in the presence of this one who loves us. Gradually, these feelings, these darker intentions and feelings become absorbed in the love of Christ. And that's all that Christ consciousness is letting Christ into all that we are, without exception. And it's quite a discipline because we have to remember. And I remember to do this, and I believe it's a daily practice. It's a daily practice, and even more than that, it's almost moment to moment. As soon as I feel that I am losing touch with this embracing, accepting, unconditional love of Christ, to take a deep breath and allow that feeling into that larger space, into that larger heart that is alive within me, transforming all that I am into all that Christ is.